So where are we then? Flipping heck. Yeah, KK1000 bay. Still getting the stuff wandering up the side of the containment system. So I've had a few suggestions off some of the people on the site, and one of them was that to get a load of elastic bands, I think somebody else had done this before, where they get a load of elastic bands and put it around the rim so that when they all come on and fall off. I've also been told try some bungee straps. So I don't know, I'm open to ideas at the moment. I've got a couple of others that I've got stuff that I've got on order that I'm waiting to come in to try on here as well. I thought while I'm here today I'll just try a few that everybody's been saying online, so let's have a look at that. So yeah, what I was hearing was that if you wrap a bungee cord around here, maybe not that way, but it'd have to be tight, wouldn't it? I'm going to leave that there and just see what happens, because I'm going to do some cleaning around here anyway, so let's crack on with that, I think. Right, filter bay cleaning. Let me just update on temperatures first. The pond indicator that I've got running in the vortex is telling me it's 6.8 degrees water temperature. So yeah, stopped feeding now, well, a while back to be honest, a week or so back, and they've stopped coming to the window now as well. I see that they sort of float up and down, they stay more on the bottom now. I've got the cover, one of the covers off today, and I've taken the front window screen off just to give them a bit of daylight, because like I said, the sun's out today, look at that. For the last 4 or 5 days it's been sleet and cold and driving rain, heavy wind. So today, what a result. Got up this morning and the sun's out, so quick get the camera out. I need to get some work, to get some jobs done and show you what I'm all doing. The temperature in the filter bay is currently, that says 7 degrees. So 7 degrees, that's air temperature at the moment, and it's what was in the filter bay at the moment as well. So anyway, let's get some cleaning done. So I always find with these, I don't know anybody else with these kind of filters, is that you get a lot of residue around the outside, and for me it just looks a mess. So I think today I need to just get this cleaned off, and you can use just a bit of a sponge. The same one I used for the window actually is just one I nicked out of the kitchen, and I use this. Same pond water and use this. Because the way I look at it is, your filter system is the key to life in your pond. If your filter system isn't working well, then your water quality is not going to be good, and your fish are going to suffer. So for me, this place is the heart and the lungs of what happens in my pond. You know, it's really, really key. It is key to keep these places, you know, as good as you can keep them, with the water and the filters and the water going through the filters, you know, the best you can, because this is what makes or breaks whether your fish survive or perish. So that doesn't take long at all, does it? Literally minutes, well, minute, and you're done. So it's all good. Nice, clean, tidy, all nice. Right, I've been watching. Oops, excuse me a minute. I've been watching that bungee strap. It's not going to work. It needs to be tighter, but then if it's tighter, it's going to start bending the perspex. So I've had another idea. Yeah, leave it with me. Got an idea. Okay, here it is. I'm going to try something else. These are binders. You know, those ones you get in at work, in schools or whatever. Just order these off the internet, and they're just simple binders. They're similar type that I put down the side of the media barrier to stop the KK1000 coming out. So I'm going to just place these on and around the sides, so as the KK comes up, it'll hit this and then stunk, and then hopefully fall back in. So again, don't knock it till you've tried it. Let's go, let's try to stick them in. Right, so let's get rid of the bungee strap. It's not going to work. So yeah, so the idea is, while I place some spectacles on my face, is like this. Oh, that fits quite nice. So that just literally slides over the top to there. Lovely jubbly. And then I got another one. I've tried to mark them a little bit so that I've kind of make give me some to make some cuts and things in them. So that one to there. Okay, that would go nice. Put a bit of an angle on it. Hey, this is working well. Okay, this one. Okay, so maybe you can see a bit better now. So all I've done basically is put some of this slid onto there and then cornered them so that the bits on the corner will match, so I don't lose any down the sides as well. Trim a bit off that bit. There we go, like that. There we go. Right, so that's interesting now. So that's, as this KK climbs up, it should get to here, to this lip, and then drop back in again. I'm just going to put another one over there actually as well. And slip this on. And then we'll slip that back on. Oh yes, look at that. Ka-ching. Maybe I should have made that a bit longer actually. And that's cool, that is. There you go. So as the KK now comes up to there, it should now go no further, because that won't go any further up, and hopefully drop back in. Anyway, I'm going to leave this and then see what happens. Let it find its own way. And I'm also told as well that these moving beds that aren't quite all moving as I'd like them to be moving, that once they mature, they should stop all this malarkey of wandering around and start dealing with themselves. So something else that has cropped up and I've been keeping an eye on over winter. I've got a little friend of mine who'll bring out today. What the fuck, clay? Got to be careful with that, haven't I? Yeah, clay, fuck clay. Do you remember I did the test of this? I'll put the link up here. No, up here, whichever. I'll put the link up here somewhere if you want to see the initial test and how they went. But yeah, I did this testing of clay and I did a comparison with Mediclay and it did pretty good. It was quite expensive, but that outweighed the use. Look on the other video, it's quite good. So yes, I've been looking at clay and people using clay over winter, and I kind of said that I don't need to use it over winter because it's a summer thing. Well, people beg to differ, which is great. Differ away, I don't mind. You know, don't knock it till you've tried it. Every day's a school day. So I'm looking at adding some of this over winter now and see what happens. The water quality in my pond is okay. The clarity, should I say. The quality is good. I'm going to do a water test in a minute before, and then I'm going to do a water test 24 hours later to see if the parameters change. I don't think they will, but it's just something to try anyway and see what goes on. So I'm going to do a quick water test, get them done, and then see what happens. Right, so while the test kits are sorting themselves out, they take a few minutes, especially when it's cold, take a bit longer, is to get some clay mixed up. So I'm going to just put small dose in, or yeah, just a little bit less than a full dose. So a full dose is usually 2 of these cupfuls. Oop. So I can go for 1.5. Of those. And then see how it goes. Because I'm not really sure, to be honest, but everybody seems to be putting the clay in, and it does make sense, I suppose, to put minerals back into your pond throughout the year. You know, if they were in a natural pond, they'd be having natural minerals, or do they drop off? I don't know. Comment below if anybody knows about that little theory. Anyway, let's get this mixed in, put it in. going to, same as usual, it's going to go into the outlet, so it picks up and away it goes. Fly, be free. And we'll see how it goes with using clay over winter. You know, I heard people saying it's not worth it. Other people are saying religiously, put it in, keep going. Is it an expense that I don't need? Is it an expense worthwhile? Every day is a school day. So there it goes. Another dose of faux clay. And I always get that little spot left on the bottom as well. Must be in the design. So anyway, off it goes. Fly, be free. Make the fish good. Okay, clay. Got to keep an eye on this and see what happens. Okay, results of the water testing. As expected, nitrite is way down because I'm not feeding anymore. Same with the nitrate. Now, I've never had nitrate last before, but I think it's obviously because I've stopped feeding now that the nitrate's dissipated. But I've got no plants in the pond, so where'd the nitrate go then? Experts, comment below please. This is used to be red, but because it's winter, is it because it's winter and it's because I've stopped feeding? Thanks. And pH is good, it's pretty stable. Now, to be honest, what I've also done while I was waiting was done the GH and the KH. I can't remember which one was which. I think that GH was that one. And the results from that I've had to write down. The GH was 160, and I think 150 is the sort of ceiling level, so it's a little bit over. Not major concerned, but I will keep an eye on that, and I'll do another one over the next few days. And then I did KH, and the KH was 60, which is within the range, so that's pretty good. So I'm quite chuffed with all the water testing that we've done today. Nothing major, like I said, the GH was a little bit high, but nothing major on that one. So pretty good, these test kits. And like I say, I brought out the other test kit, the one I've advertised before now, one by Laguna, those people, to do my GH and my KH. So there we go, water test done. Now, I've always been told that you should continue doing your water testing through winter because, you know, the pond's still changing. Okay, you're not doing as much feeding, so you need to keep an eye on other things like your pH levels and your GH and your KH, which is your hardness and your general hardness and always. But yeah, I'm always told that you've got to try to keep an eye on your water testing and still do it on a regular basis because there's still changes going on in the pond as the winter continues. So another little bit of a tip for you. Plans for 2021. Got loads. I think I've done what I said I was going to do in the filter system now. I'm just going to monitor this. I've had a few other comments, really good comments that have come through that are on the list now, but I want to see how this filter system does now I've done what I've doing and I said I was going to do over the winter period. I'm looking at what else I can do with the upside down aquarium. I'm going to move it around a little bit because I'm looking at lighting. That's going to be one of my topics for next year, lighting and different kinds of lighting around the pond, not in the pond. I'm going to try to stay away from I'm going to try to stay away from what's happening inside the pond because I've tried lights in my old pond and I spent too long taking them out and cleaning the damn things and the seals go in them and then they start letting water in. And new fish, I'm going to look at replacing the fish that I lost last winter, unfortunately. I brought in Sid the Shirogoi, came in this year, and also my Tencho Kohaku, the one with the red spot on his head. Brought them in this year and they've done really well. They've grown really well this year and they've done really, really well. I want to get them in as soon as possible. Like I've always said, get your fish in spring, give them the whole summer to get some feed inside them and away they go from there. So I've been quite chuffed with little Sid the Shirogoi and the Tencho. I can't wait for Tencho to grow up as well, the one with the big red spot, because love them fish. And then really, whatever, if you guys can think of things on there that you kind of think, oh, I wouldn't mind seeing them try that, chuck it over. You know, I'm going to be looking at clays again, the phoc clay. I'm going to be looking at other types of clay and other water conditioners. So that's something else I'll be looking at when the water warms up. So there's loads of different things that I'm going to be looking at next year. So I want to also take this opportunity before we go, please stick around a minute or two, because I really want to say thank you very much to all of you watching me and the pond and the fish and all the madness we get up to around here on these videos. I want to thank you all for watching and supporting this channel. This pond, I don't know whether you feel the same out there, but this pond has really kept me a little bit saner than it could have done if I hadn't have had it. I was able to focus my mind a little bit more on the pond and obviously the family support. So and support from you out there, you know, fantastic. I'm so chuffed. We're doing so well for subscribers at the moment. I'd love to see if we can get the 2,000 subscribers into the new year. That would be marvellous. Press a subscribe, that'd be ace. Like the video if you've liked it. I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from myself, Andy, at the Koi Pond Lifestyle. See you in 2021. This was Koi Pond Lifestyle.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you